Well, howdy, everybody. This is John Michael Talbot. It's Wednesday of the ninth week of Ordinary Time. Today we hear that Jesus says, I'm not a God of the dead, but a God of the living. God is not a God of the dead, but a God of the living. That's why he proves the resurrection. See? Because the Sadducees didn't believe in the resurrection. That's why they were sad, you see. The Sadducees didn't believe in the resurrection because the first five books of Moses aren't really all that clear about there being a resurrection. That comes later in the prophets and in the Psalms and in the wisdom literature. It's very clear there that the Jews were evolving. They were developing a sense of the resurrection of the dead. So the Pharisees believed in the resurrection of the dead. The Sadducees didn't. The Sadducees were the arch conservatives. The Pharisees were a little more forward-looking. They accepted progressive revelation. So, again, they're trying to yesterday they tried to suck him into politics. Today they're trying to suck him into their religious squabbles. And Jesus just doesn't let himself get sucked in, does he? He says, God is not a God of the dead, but of the living. And that's why we believe in the resurrection of the dead. The resurrection of the dead. It's interesting. Even atheists nowadays, atheists say, well, we don't believe in, as soon as we call God God, he's no longer God. By the way, that's kind of consistent with apophatic theology in Orthodox Christianity. But they forget the cataphatic or the positive stuff. But they will admit, they say there is a transcendent other, and something does happen to the human spirit. So we believe in spirit and spirituality. We just don't believe in this religion stuff. And they're really more almost agnostic. Atheists are objecting to our classifications and institutionalization. So, isn't it interesting that even those who say they aren't atheists or don't believe in God, somehow they do believe in a transcendent other, and they do believe that the human spirit, there's something more to it than just our body. Well, Jesus is right there. So all you atheists, accept Jesus. You'll find the fullness of your own teaching. How about that? So listen, don't be a guy, a gal who believes that God is a God of the dead. He's a God of the living. And we believe in the resurrection of the dead. I love you. It'll bring joy to your life. All things are possible with God.